All right, another edition of Spilling the Tea, one cup at a time. We're back at Tequila's right here in Ybor City, and we're spilling it. Speaking of spilling it, we're back with our great friend Art Smith. How are you, Art?
Doing great. It's beautiful outside today. Nice sunny day.
Yeah, I think they're having like a car show outside, right?
Yeah. They're having a little muscle car show right there on 7th Avenue going all the way down from 18th down to 15th. So you want to see some beautiful, beautiful custom cars. It's packed out there. Great day, beautiful Sunday. And here we are right here at Tequila's.
Absolutely. And speaking about being at Tequila's, somebody was tardy for the party last week.
Who could have that been?
That would have been you and
a no-show.
a no-show. And I think you were the same way. You were supposed to be back.
I was, but we stayed in New York for the parade, so it was a great time, by the way. Everybody was so friendly. You know those brass New Yorkers? Well, they were friendly this time. They were so nice.
So let's get right to the topic of Pride in New York City. Now, you guys were representing Pride of Tampa, right?
Correct. I'm also a World Pride, one of the committees on there. So in putting that together and getting, I'm a scholarship area right now, and so a lot of the things are happening was that this is the first time that there has ever been a World Pride in the United States, and they came to going to New York City. And I'll tell you, we were very proud to represent the city of Tampa, Tampa Bay, and everything around us. And we had a good collage, and we had Josh was going through there. Oh, that was good. We had a great collage of people from Tampa that were going through there, and we marched in the parade, and we were number 11. And that parade started at noon, as a lot of you might have seen, and they were still setting up and set up at 10:30 at night, getting ready to march the 5 miles. It was something, but it was it's cleansing. I'll tell you what, this opportunity to see something like this, going through where things are starting as a point, that was not the beginning point, of course. There were so many different opportunities, different things happening, of course, in the gay communities prior to that. But what kicked it really off was definitely Stonewall. And I'll tell you what, the streets were lined in front of us. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe all the people here. Hillary Clinton was there. She marched on there. Anatella on there. Versace was with Milan Pride.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I think Bravo had a float too. They had all their housewives on there.
Oh, it
There
was
so many. There was Bette Midler and Madonna, and then Steve and I were getting into our Uber to go back to our hotel, and Grace Jones got into the Uber next to us.
My God,
it was
cool.
really nice.
Yeah, and I think at the Pride they also had, who was in the performance inside? There was it wasn't Madonna, it was Cyndi Lauper, right? Which, if you watch our show last week, you'll see the piece we put together for that.
Yeah, Cher, and then at the end out there, our own Melissa Etheridge was there, and
We got to get her to Tampa Pride, by the way.
Oh my God! Well, she was there last year. She just didn't. That's right. It was in port.
20 feet away from the Sunday Tea Dance. But you know who, of all the big celebrities, all the world famous performers that were at New York City World Pride, do you know who was not there?
Who?
Amy DeMilo.
I wasn't. I was here. I had to handle things here.
Somebody had to hold down
Somebody
the
had to
Tampa.
hold it. Exactly.
Hey, speaking about holding it down,
I
we're
couldn't have
missing.
lasted as long as
We're
it-
missing your dick.
Again. It's been missing for a while now.
It has been. It has definitely been missing for a
Has
while.
anybody seen my dick? Wolfie.
I think he's in New York.
He is.
Still.
I actually spoke to him the other day,
Did
and
y'all
he's
leave him
Hey,
on
Dick.
the sidewalk?
Hey, Dick. And he's camping out at a campground in a little hole-in-the-wall town called Batavia, which is somewhere between Buffalo and Rochester, but, you know, who cares?
Okay. Nice. I've lived
and-
in
Like
both
a
of those
campground,
places.
right, or something?
Yeah, it's like kind of
Like
a
our
campground
sawmills?
and with a bunch of great-grandchildren and grandchildren. and yeah,
Well, let's not really make it battle.
he does. He has 3 great-grandchildren.
Great grandchildren?
Yes. Yes.
I thought Dick was only like 15.
But you know, one of the things out there which you have to, everything was rainbow in Times Square, all over New York, no matter where you went. Everything, every sponsor had rainbow. We were right at the Good Morning America, and the Good Morning America area out there, it was just beautiful. Across the street in Times Square, of course, that's where the concerts were too. And they had some great talent from England. So it wasn't all American talent that was there. This one guy is just, is that Jimmy Sinks. He kicked the band. He's from UK, and he is definitely hot, and his voice is hotter.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, so let's talk about some hot topics here at Ybor City.
Oh, right.
I mean, I know your partner's usually the one spilling it, but we're going to get you to spill a little bit. What's going on in Tampa? Is there anything exciting happening? Any spilling the tea?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Notice we just got the cards out, getting ready, save the date.
Ah.
Yeah, Tampa Pride's going to be the 28th, 29th. A meeting this Tuesday. You're all welcome to come at the Hampton Inn, 6 o'clock. So we'll see you there. You have input. We have a lot of new activities and a lot of things happening. I'll tell you what.
I'm interested to know about David. Is David Strass, is he doing anything after the election and all that? What is he doing now these days?
Well, he's still...
Besides spending his money.
Well, no, he's the ambassador.
Oh,
he's still the United States ambassador over there to Liberia. And so, yeah,
Really?
he flies over and does activities. So he's the ambassador over there. And but now right now he's probably up by... Hi, David. He's up by our campground up there where we have a
that's
family.
right.
Yeah,
Sawmill.
we have a family. No, this is up in Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin.
That's where he's from, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I was curious what happens when somebody doesn't win the election. Like,
Man.
where do they go or how it all works?
Good segue to say what happened on 4th of July in Tampa.
Oh,
It was such a booming success.
That's great.
Over the top. Mayor Jane, wonderful. Thank you. I mean, the city came out and it was a wonderful experience up and down the river. And we were on the top of the Ybor parking garage. Let's say maybe around 7,500 of us. But we watched it all around. We could see Temple Terrace. We could see Busch Gardens fireworks. We saw fireworks all up and down the river. And of course, it was just an outstanding night. Beautiful, beautiful.
What were you doing on 4th of July?
Well, the thing that was cool, this whole event that Jane put together was called Boom by the Bay. And if you look on Facebook or Instagram, hashtag Boom by the Bay, you'll see a lot of pictures. You'll see a lot of stuff that happened. But what interested me is that the very first event of the day on July 4th started at 10 o'clock at Armature Works, which is one of the city's newest facilities right on the water. And they had a car show from 10 to 1 o'clock, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., right on the water. That was amazing. Local people, well, right on the edge of the water, on the Armature Works property. Great variety of cars, everything from 60s and 70s muscle cars to brand new Mercedes, Lamborghinis, McLarens. So it was an awesome show and a great turnout. The facility was packed at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And it went on all day long until 10, 11 o'clock at night with that amazing fireworks show that went all the way from Armature Works to Channelside.
Wow.
So hashtag Boom by the Bay. Check out all the memories you missed and put it on your calendar for next year, July 4th.
Awesome. And speaking of Jane, they renamed Ybor for Gaybor. And now I've heard because of Jane's, our new mayor, they called Tampa Bay Tampa Gay. So that's really exciting. Hashtag Tampa Gay.
All right, listen, I got to interrupt you guys. I can't stand it any longer. We're sitting in front of all this fabulous food. Everybody that watches the show knows that Tequila's is where it's happening each and every Sunday. And look, I want you to take a gander at this right here. This is their taco salad in a fabulous shell that you can actually
Did you say
eat.
tossed salad? You love those, don't you?
So I'm going to give it a try because I know nobody else wants to give it a try.
As I said, you love them.
She loves her cream.
Oh.
Well, you didn't even get any cream. You got all the meat.
We have
fajitas, steak and chicken
and
fajitas.
guacamole. Oh, yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Those are
Absolutely.
your favorite.
Those are the steak
We don't have any
fajitas,
plates.
but delicious. I believe
It's
they have
hot.
shrimp too.
It's hot. And then, of course, the tacos.
Tacos, amazing. Those taco shells are fabulous. So light and crispy.
You want to bite into one?
No, I'm good right now.
Messy, too messy for now.
What about you? You want to bite in one?
Oh my goodness, I'll bite anything.
Wow, so we talked about
In
4th of July.
non-Halloween sense of the word.
We've talked about all the great things that's happening or has happened in Ybor City. What's coming up next?
I think we have a couple big events that are just being planned right now. One of them is going to be happening in the beginning of September. Is they're going to be having a wrap on the streets of 7th Avenue here, 4th Avenue. It's going to be closed down Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I found out about that from our good friends over at New York Pizza. They just said, yep, they're going to be having a big affair, bring in major acts on putting it on 7th Avenue. So I see that's going good. Just a lot of happenings on there. Other than that, just Ebor's going on. Summertime, it gets a little hot here, folks, as you might know. And a little sweaty, yeah.
Sticky.
But I'll tell you what, we still do the planning of what's going on for our future dates, and we got some lovely things coming on up there with Halloween, Wavoween coming up, and then, of course, the kickoff. So a lot of things out there.
I'm going to remind everybody that you can come here and see a drag show on Sundays. Have our very
Outside.
own teacup outside.
Yeah, and today they had, my goodness gracious, they had a great cast, yeah.
It was very lovely.
If they were out there, on the patio watching the drag show, who's going to make them a cocktail?
That'd be teacup.
Yeah, teacup.
Teacup.
There
And he's
it
here,
is.
what, Fridays or
Usually he's
Saturdays?
here. It is totally packed out there, folks. And Teacup usually is with us, but he said there's so many people that are wanting their good cocktails here, tequilas, and he's making them outside.
And he's
for
not
you.
just here on Sundays, he's here on
Saturday and Sundays, yes.
Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah,
You can find
so
him
out
here
there, yeah.
pouring up his teacup and that special drink. What's that called?
Oh, that Shazam!
Shazam! If you haven't had a Shazam, you got to try it.
Oh.
And I also have a shameless plug. People ask me, what have you been doing out and about? So out and about this week, if you haven't hit it, hit Out and About Tampa. We went to a great location. It was called the Soup Company. That was an eclectic place. I was like blown away. Oh, the Stone Soup. You're right. The Stone Soup Company. Thank you for that. Stone Soup Company. If you haven't seen the video, check it out on Out and About Tampa. It was amazing. Very eclectic, but very interesting. They had a secret bookshelf that moved once you went into like a speakeasy. That had this really like cool, funky bar that was like medieval. It was really interesting, and the food was so different. I
We
mean,
should do a show at the castle sometime, Tyler.
oh yeah,
That is radical over there.
yeah, we should
I
definitely do
haven't
it.
been there in so many years.
I haven't either.
I
It's
used
an old
to
Wiccan temple. It's quite
love.
something.
Yeah, I performed there back in the day.
Back in the day
Yeah.
when you were 10.
I was 12.
He's talking about 2015.
I was talking about something, I don't know. But speaking of up and coming events, ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite you all to the Flamingo Resort, July 11th. That's Thursday night. I'm competing for Miss National Showgirl Supreme. I'm your current reigning Florida National Showgirl Supreme. The event is going to be held the 11th through the 16th for the whole National Showgirl and Showman pageantry. So once again, that's Thursday, starting Thursday at the Flamingo. Come and scream for me, bitches.
So you'll be competing against queens from all over the country.
Where I'm not really sure where they're all coming from. I do know one of our entertainers here today, Angela Cavalier, is one of my competitors. She's competing also, so we have a lot of Tampa Bay representatives. So hopefully the crown will stay here.
This honey.
No harness, no harner. It's not leathers, it's feathers. So come and check it out, Flamingo, the 11th through the 16th.
11th to the 16th. And
Maybe
what
you
did
can come over and cover us.
Oh,
One
maybe.
good night.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Or all of them.
Yeah, so check
It's
it out
a
on
week
Out and About
event.
St. Petersburg.
Yeah,
And we'll feature
yeah.
it on that show.
Awesome.
So tell me what you got going on, Jonathan.
This coming week is just a nice, relaxed week at home in St. Pete.
Gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
Right there.
Yeah, your husband's here.
Just basically a great July. We had a good 4th. We were up on patio on 28 watching fireworks for Tampa and St. Pete, and a lot of good stuff happening.
By the way, did anybody notice? Just go up a little bit. Your shirt is rainbow. Are they like gay friendly? Like what's that all about?
Tesla is becoming even more gay friendly than they always have been. So they not only believe in protecting the environment, they believe in diversity. So yes, we even have Stephen and I help run the LGBT Tesla. So it's called LGB Tesla T.
Oh,
Tesla gay social Facebook group for Florida,
wow.
and we have a whole gay nationwide contingent.
Did they
of
have a car in the Tampa Pride? I can't remember if they did this year. Were they in Tampa Pride?
Not this year.
We'll
but
have
next
to get
year.
them in next year for
Next
sure.
year we're going to get them in for sure. We'll be in there, and we had a car today in the car show, not ours, but someone we know's car was there today. So
I love Tesla. So if you're listening in there, we want to see you at the Tampa Pride next year.
we
good.
love you,
Oh,
Elon.
yeah.
And by the way, he also does SpaceX, but that's another topic.
Oh.
Ah,
While you're at it, why don't you just ask Tesla to be a sponsor of TRU T?
Yes.
And you could even make it TRU T and then put Tesla next to it. You know?
All right. Hashtag Tesla TRU T.
Hashtag LGBT Tesla.
Absolutely.
No more trans, it's Tesla, bitches. So y'all better sponsor. You're
I
taking my
identify
place.
as a
Hey, it's
Tesla.
transportation.
Former.
Absolutely. Does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about?
Nothing for the next week or two, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that's going to bring the segment to an end. We want to thank you for watching. Well, we're spilling the tea one cup at a time. We'll see you next week.